Well, hello, first grade. How are you? I hope you're having a good day today. It's time for Miss Hill to share another read aloud with you today. Okay? So today I'm going to read one of Miss Hill's favorite books. It's called Lily's Purple Plastic Purse by Kevin Hinks. Okay? Lily, what do you think Lily is? What kind of an animal do you think Lily is? Yeah, Lily's a little mouse. Kevin Hinks, he has several stories about some little nice friends of Lily's as well. Okay? So today let's look at our learning target. Yesterday we talked a little bit about what a learning target is, and we talked a little bit about how you did learning targets in kindergarten as well. But our learning target is what we're focusing on today. What is the objective of our lesson? What are we trying to do? Okay? So today, it's the same learning target as yesterday, but we're going to talk a little bit more about it. It says, I can retell stories using key details. Okay? Yesterday, you did a response sheet on your favorite part of a story. Thinking about a story, going back in your mind, retelling that, and then picking out your favorite part, illustrating, and then writing about it. Today, the retell part is going to be about the sequence of events, okay? When we put something in the sequence of events, okay? That has to do with the order in which something happens. And when you're doing a retell, we retell it in the order that it happened. For instance, you wouldn't start with the end if you were going to retell something, or start with the middle, then go to the end and to the beginning, okay? When we do a retell, about stories, we start with the beginning, we retell the middle, and we retell the ending. Okay? So while Miss Hill's reading today, I want you to think about what happened first in today's story, what happened next, and what happened last. And then you're going to do a little activity using sequence of events. Okay? So let's get started. Lily's purple plastic purse. Lily loves school. She just loves school. She loved the pointy pencils. She loved the squeaky chalk. And she loved the way her boots went clickety, clickety, click down the long, shiny hallways. She loved the fish sticks and chocolate milk every Friday in the lunchroom or cafeteria. Lily loved the privacy of her very own desk. And most of all, she loved her teacher, Mr. Slinger. Lily just loved everything about school. Mr. Slinger was as sharp as a tack. He wore artistic shirts. He wore glasses on a chain around his neck. And he wore a different colored tie for each day of the week. So every day he wore a different colored tie. Wow, said Lily. That was just about all she could say. Wow. Instead of greetings, students, or good morning, pupils, Mr. Slinger winked and said, howdy. He thought that desks in rows were old-fashioned and boring. Do you rodents think you can handle a semicircle? And he always provided the most tasty snacks, things that were curly and crunchy and cheesy. I want to be a teacher when I grow up, said Lily. Me too, said her friends, Chester and Wilson and Victor. Let's go back just a moment. In the story it said, he thought that the desks in rows were old-fashioned and boring. Do you rodents think that you can handle a semicircle? What is a semicircle? What does that mean? How does Mr. Slinger arrange his desk? A semicircle. You think that might mean like half of a circle? Just half of a circle? I think that's right. At home, Lily pretended to be Mr. Slinger. "I am the teacher," she told her baby brother Julius. "Listen up." Lily even wanted her own set of deluxe picture encyclopedias. "What's with Lily?" asked her mother. "I thought she wanted to be a surgeon, or an ambulance driver, or a diva," said her father. "It must be because of her new teacher, Mr. Slinger," said her mother. "Wow," said her father. That was just about all he could say. Wow. This makes me think about when my daughter was little. She used to come home every day and pretend that she was the teacher. Have you ever done that? Pretended you were the teacher? I bet some of you girls have done that. Whenever the students had free time, they were permitted to go to the light bulb lab in the back of the classroom. They expressed their ideas creatively through drawing and writing. We've been doing a little of that, haven't we? We've been expressing our ideas creatively through drawing and writing. Yeah. Lily went often. She had a lot of ideas. She drew pictures of Mr. Slinger, and she wrote stories about him too. During sharing time, Lily showed her creations to the entire class. "Wow," said Mr. Slinger. That was just about all he could say. Wow. So there's her story. There's her story she's written, and it says, "Big, friendly, Mr. Nice Man Teacher." And at the very last second, Mr. Slinger saved the cold, starving elderly. So she's made up her own story. She's made Mr. Slinger into some type of superhero, it sounds like. When Mr. Slinger had bus duty, Lily stood in line even though she didn't ride the bus. Lily raised her hand more than anyone else in class, even if she didn't know the answer. And she volunteered to stay after school to clap erasers. That means to clean them. "I want to be a teacher when I grow up," said Lily. "Excellent choice," said Mr. Slinger. One Monday morning, Lily came to school especially happy. She really looks happy, doesn't she? She had gone shopping with her Grammy over the weekend. Lily had a new pair of movie star sunglasses, complete with glittery diamonds and a chain like Mr. Slinger's. Remember, that's how he kept his glasses, on a chain. She had 3 shiny quarters. And best of all, she had a brand new purple plastic purse and played a jaunty tune when it was opened. Oh, so Lily's been shopping with Grammy, and she's got new boots, new purse. And every time she opened her purse, what did it do? It played a jaunty little tune, it says. Lily wanted to show everyone. "Not now," Mr. Slinger said. "Listen to our story." Lily had a hard time listening. Lily really wanted to show everyone. "Not now," said Mr. Slinger. "Let's be considerate of our classmates." Lily had a hard time being considerate. Lily really, really wanted to show everyone. "Not now," said Mr. Slinger. "Wait until recess or sharing time." But Lily could not wait. Lily's having a hard time with that new purse. She wants to show it to everyone, but Mr. Slinger wants her to wait. The glasses were so glittery, the quarters were so shiny, and the purse played such nice music, not to mention how excellent it was for storing school supplies. "Look," Lily whispered fiercely. "Look, everyone. Look what I've got." Everyone looked, including Mr. Slinger. And he was not amused. What does that mean? He was not amused. So Lily has interrupted his teaching time. Do you think he's happy? Oh. "I'll just keep your things at my desk until the end of the day," said Mr. Slinger. "They'll be safe there, and then you can take them home." Oh no, what happened? That's right, Mr. Slinger had to take her things. Lily's stomach lurched. She felt like crying. Her glasses were gone. Her quarters were gone. Her purple plastic purse was gone. Lily longed for her purse all morning. She was even too sad to eat the snack Mr. Slinger served before recess. Oh no. You ever got a bad feeling in your stomach when something not so good happened? That afternoon, Lily went to the light bulb lab. She was still very sad. She thought, and she thought, and she thought. And then she became angry. She thought, and she thought, and she thought some more. And then she became furious. Oh no, furious. Furious is like when you're really mad. She thought, and she thought, and she thought a bit longer. And then she drew a picture of Mr. Slinger. I wonder what kind of picture she drew. See how angry she's getting? Let's find out. Oh no, look at the picture she drew. Big, fat, mean Mr. Stealing Teacher. Oh no, she drew a not so nice picture, and there he's got her purse. Wanted by the FBI. P.S. I do not want to be a teacher when I grow up. Oh no, what kind of attitude do you think Lily's got now? Why do you think she's feeling this way? When all the students were buttoned and zipped and snapped and tied and ready to go home, Mr. Slinger strolled over to Lily and he gave her her purple plastic purse back. "It's a beautiful purse," said Mr. Slinger. "Your quarters are nice and jingly, and those glasses are just absolutely fabulous. You must bring them back to school as long as you don't disturb the rest of the class." "I don't want to be a teacher when I grow up," Lily said as she marched out of the classroom. I think she's still upset. On the way home, Lily opened her purse. Her glasses and quarters were inside, and so was a note from Mr. Slinger. It said, "Today was a difficult day." And you know what? We all have difficult days. Some days we make really good choices, and some days we make not so good choices sometimes. Tomorrow will be better. There was also a small bag of tasty snacks at the bottom of the purse. Let's look at the pictures. How do you think she's feeling now? You think she's feeling differently now? See Lily's face? Let's see. Lily's stomach lurched. She felt like crying. She felt simply awful. Lily ran all the way home and told her mother and father everything. Oh no, why do you think she's feeling this way? You think maybe it's because Mr. Slinger put a nice note in her purse and told her that tomorrow would be better, and he even gave her snacks? She might be even feeling a little sorry for how she acted. Instead of watching her favorite cartoons, Lily decided to sit in the uncooperative chair. It sounds like a timeout chair, doesn't it? "I'll stay here a million years for Mr. Slinger. Why does everything happen to me? 1051, 1052, 1099. Oh no. That night, Lily drew a new picture of Mr. Slinger and wrote a story about him too. Now remember, she has written that ugly note and she put it in Mr. Slinger's bag. Now she's feeling a little sorry. Lily was really, really sorry, so everyone forgave her, even her parents, even her stinky baby brother, even her especially incredible teacher. And then the sun shined. It's smiley face down on everyone and everything, even the bugs and the worms. The end. And then she drew a different picture. Listen up, I forgive everyone. And she put all these nice words, kind, good, nice. Could be the principal. Then on the side, I am really, 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 really sorry. Okay? And then she signed her name. How could he resist my no-frill cheese balls? So her dad has made some new snacks. Lily's mother wrote a note, and Lily's father baked some tasty snacks for Lily to take to school the next day. I think Mr. Slinger will understand, said Lily's mother. I know he will, said Lily's father. The next morning, Lily got to school early. These are for you, Lily said to Mr. Slinger, because I am really, 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 really sorry. What is Lily trying to do here? Yes, she's trying to apologize. Mr. Slinger read the story, and he looked at the picture. And he read the note. And he sampled the snacks. Wow, said Mr. Slinger. That was just about all he could say. Wow. What do you think we should do with this? Asked Mr. Slinger. Oh, what has he got? Oh, he's got that ugly note, that bad note she wrote him. Could we just throw it away? Asked Lily. Excellent idea, said Mr. Slinger. During sharing time, Lily demonstrated the many uses and unique qualities of her purple plastic purse, her shiny quarters, and her glittery movie star sunglasses. Then she did a little performance using them as props. It's called interpretive dance, said Lily. Mr. Slinger joined in. Wow, said the entire class. That was just about all they could say. Wow. So they did something called interpretive dance. I wonder what that is. I think it's when you can just do a dance any way you wanted to, the way you were feeling. Throughout the rest of the day, Lily's purse and quarters and sunglasses were tucked safely inside her desk. She peeked at them often, but did not disturb a soul. So Lily has decided that she's going to do what he asked and keep it tucked away in her desk. Right before the last bell rang, Mr. Slinger served Lily snacks to everyone's delight. What do you want to be when you grow up? Asked Mr. Slinger. A teacher, everyone responded. Lily's response was the loudest. Excellent choice, said Mr. Slinger. As the pupils filed out of the classroom, Lily held her purple plastic purse close to her heart. Mr. Slinger was right. It had been a better day. Lily ran and skipped and hopped and flew all the way home. She was so happy. And she really did want to be a teacher when she grew up. That is, when she didn't want to be a dancer or a surgeon or an ambulance driver or a diva or a pilot or a hairdresser or a scuba diver. And it just keeps going on and on and on. Okay, so Thinking about retail. Let's look back at our learning target. I can retell stories using key details. Okay. Thinking about sequence of events. Sequence of events. The order in which things happened. Okay? So thinking about what happened first in today's story, today's read aloud. What happened next and what happened last. Okay? So for today, we are going to do a sequencing activity for your response today. So, place for your name, book title. Okay? You can just put Lily's Purse or something like that. And then, notice how it's sectioned off in 1, 2, 3. Same as beginning, middle, and end. So you have 3 boxes in which to draw a picture of something that happened at the beginning of the story. And then quickly tell me about it. What happened at the beginning? A picture next, something that happened in the middle of the story. And a sentence. And something that happened at the end. Okay? And these can be just quick pics. Okay? Quickly do a quick picture. Okay? Color it if you can. And then write your sentences. What happened at the beginning, the middle, and the end. I hope you have enjoyed today's story, Lily's Purple Plastic Purse. Okay? See you tomorrow. Bye.